The Blue Jays come on the road tonight to take down the Elgin Owls 17-0. They advance to the second round of the playoffs, where they will take on the Grove Ridge Runners. Time now to join Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beeby down on the field. And, Coach, boy, your defense was big time. Your running game was big time. Your offensive line was big time. A great, great night overall for this football program.
And I think I mentioned it last week. Playoff time, defense travels and run game travels. And you catch a night like this, you better be able to do both. To Elgin's credit, they have really good, really stout defense. Took our guys, through halftime to kind of figure out a couple things. At the end of the day, we kind of imposed our will. They took the wind in the fourth, and we knew we had to make some hay. And they had a couple wrinkles in the run game, and then, Harper and Calvert and Zaya, those guys banged that ball, and offensive line stayed on blocks a little bit better. But, defensively, I thought our preparation by our position coaches, Coach Davis and Plagans and Coach Wood, was outstanding. Our kids studied a lot of film and those type of things, and had a pretty good anticipation of what was to come. And then, this Elgin bunch has been scoring, at least 3 touchdowns on everybody. And to come into their place, on a night like this and get the shutout was really big.
Yeah, that's 3 shutouts in a row for your defense, Coach. And to do this, 9 offensive sessions for Elgin tonight, 9 punts. That's hard to do in a regular season against some of the opponents, but to do it on the road in the playoffs, you credit your coaching staff and your defense. It all came together perfectly tonight.
Yeah, again, and it's always a 3-phased attack. You have to punt the ball and cover the punts. You have to kick off with field position. You have to run the ball. And you have to stop the run and make them one-dimensional. And then on a night like tonight, it's tough to throw it. And then our D-line was really pretty good about getting some pressure without having to send linebackers tonight. I thought our guys up front, Nico and Glove and Nick and Trey, and then it was sure good to have 42 back tonight, Eli, and then of course Jackson's always performs extremely well. And then Nate, I thought, did a great job on number 4 for them. They had a solo kid. He's been torching everybody. This would be the only night that I've seen him play that he did not have a touchdown. So, again, lot of you win, a lot of credit to everybody. When you lose, it's just on me. But that's the nature of the beast. And I thought our crowd, traveling over here to Elgin on a night like this, night was really good. Our band was here. Went in with a 3-point lead at halftime. I just told the defense we may have to make that stand up. They got a good defense too, and then the boys figured some things out. So, when we made it 3-possession game, I think with 8 minutes after we got the extra point, make it 17 is when we finally started feeling a little bit better.
Coach, Phil here. Hey, congratulations, brother. Great job by the staff and the kids, obviously. But talk about the great running back here in Elgin. Boy, they've got a great one in Grove. That's where we're heading next week, over 6,000 yards in his career. That defense, got to go back and get your homework. I know you guys will hit her hard tomorrow, ready to roll. Well,
I don't think it's that hard. He wears number 7, and you just got to tackle him. That's what Coach Mashu always says about defense. There's only one football. How hard could it be? But,
can't be that hard, right?
Yeah. I'm going to start worrying about Grove. After I get a piece of pizza and change my clothes. Right now, I'm going to enjoy this. But I haven't seen anything on Grove. I've talked to some guys over east that they're not just that tailback. I think they've got a pretty good Q and a pretty good wide receiver, and they're 11-0, so they're good. And their lines are both, on both sides are good and well coached. So they do have a difference maker, a stud. Somebody that's going to be in that league of Taffy or the Xavier Robinson from Carl Albert, or even that number 4 from Southeast. So we've seen some true speed, and some true size and some true power. It'll just be kind of figuring out how they like to get that kid the ball and see what we can do to get the angles to stop him.
And, Coach, your schedule has helped you so much this year. Of course, the 5A2 district schedule, but also that Tuttle game got you on Ponca City, a playoff team as well. And you look at it tonight at 5A2, looks to go 4-0. Right now, Piedmont leads Midwest City by 10 points. But that 5A2 schedule and the schedule you put together with Ponca City and Tuttle and that non-district, it really gets you going for games like this.
I did that last December and January and felt pretty good about it. And then in August, I was thinking, what are you doing? But you know, our boys, I think we've grown as a team over the course of the year, especially, you know, that young offensive line developing, and then, you know, as well as our defensive lines play. There's a lot of those guys that didn't play much last year. You know, Trey played just a little bit, and Glover played just a little bit, and Maroney didn't play at all. So, and Nichols, you know, they were all just spot players. And Coach Wood's done a great job in their development. And then, you know, with my guys, Herzl and Josh Varnell, you know, Josh has really improved. And then, you know, Herzl's always been a defensive end. This is his first year to play that linebacker spot. So they're both overcoming their coaching and doing a pretty good job for us.
Coach, enjoy your pizza. Enjoy your ride back. Have a great week of practice. And make sure the buses are filled up next week for the long trip.
Yeah, no doubt. I got to talk to Mr. Lee Grant about getting out early. So,
yeah,
fellas, we appreciate you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Head Coach Kelly Beeby, as the Blue Jays win it over Elgin 17-0 in the first round of the playoffs. They advance to the second round to take on the Grove Ridge Runners. Take a timeout. This is the Terror Insure Group postgame show.